Kendrick Lamar has never been one to deliver surface level art. Every song, every music video, and every line he pens is a layered masterpiece, rich with references, symbolism, and a commitment to telling the stories of his community. His latest music video, Squabble Up, is no exception. On the surface, it may seem like a straightforward portrayal of West Coast culture, but look closer, and you'll find a treasure trove of hidden details that speak to faith, struggles, heritage, and resistance. In today's video, we're breaking down 10 hidden details in Kendrick Lamar's Squabble Up that you probably missed. We'll explore the meaning behind every symbol, reference, and stylistic choice, all in the pursuit of understanding Kendrick's vision more deeply. And hopefully by the end of this, you have a much bigger appreciation for the artistry in this video. Number 1. The Jesus Saves Gangsters 2 sign. Let's start with one of the most striking and thought-provoking images in the video. Kendrick stands stoically holding a sign that boldly declares, "Jesus Saves Gangsters 2." Now this isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a direct reference to the Gangster Ministries movement, a grassroots initiative that emerged in the Crenshaw district of Los Angeles, founded by former gang members turned community leaders. This movement basically stands behind redemption and grace. Kendrick has always grappled with the tension between street life and spiritual salvation in his music. In tracks like Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, from Good Kid, Mad City, he tells stories of gang violence, trauma, and the search of redemption. This sign serves a visual encapsulation of that struggle. In a society that often writes off those from marginalized communities, Kendrick's message is clear: no one is beyond saving. He challenges us to see the humanity in those who've been cast aside, to extend grace where judgment typically reigns. In an interview, Kendrick once said, "I've always felt like I had to balance the good and the bad, the light and the darkness. My job is to tell the truth, even if it's uncomfortable." This sign is a bold reminder of that mission. Number 2. How to Be More Like Kendrick for Dummies book. Kendrick reading a satirical book titled How to Be More Like Kendrick for Dummies. This is Kendrick's subtle way of addressing copycat culture in the music industry. Since his rise to fame, Kendrick's unique flow, storytelling process, and commitment to authenticity have always set him apart. But with success comes imitation. The book serves kinda as a tongue-in-cheek jab at those who try to replicate his style without understanding the depth of his message. Kendrick is essentially saying, you can try to copy me, but you'll never truly be me. The deeper message here is about authenticity and originality. Kendrick's artistry is rooted in his lived experiences, in his struggles, and his worldview. The book's empty pages symbolize that there's no formula for genuine artistry. Number 3. The Buick GNX Lowrider. His 1987 Buick GNX is a legend in the world of muscle cars. Limited in production, this car became a symbol of power, rebellion, and exclusivity. In the streets of LA, cars like this were not just about getting from point A to point B. They were a statement of identity and style. From Dr. Dre to Ice Cube, lowriders have always been a staple in West Coast hip-hop visuals. They represent a culture that blends creativity, craftsmanship, and being street savvy. By featuring the GNX, Kendrick ties himself to that legacy. The bouncing of the lowrider isn't just for show. It's a symbol of resilience and defiance. No matter how rough the ride gets, the car and by extension the culture keeps bouncing back. Number 4. The Hyphy dance moves. At number 4, we see dancers performing Hyphy moves, a high-energy, uninhibited dance style that originated in the Bay Area. The Hyphy movement originated in the early 2000s, popularized by artists like E40, Mac Dre, and Mr. FAB. The word hyphy itself is a slang for hyper creative. The dance style reflects that. It's all about letting loose, expressing yourself, and having fun. Number 5. Custom Belt Buckle by ERL. At number 5, we have a subtle but deeply symbolic accessory. Kendrick's custom belt buckle designed by Ellie Russell Lynette's, also known as ERL. Lynette's, known for his amazing designs and collaborations with artists like Kanye West and Lady Gaga, brings his signature style to the piece. The buckle is more than just an eye-catching piece of jewelry. It features a collection of vintage pins, each representing different aspects of Los Angeles history, culture, and struggles. The pins include references to old Hollywood street culture and the evolving identities of LA's diverse communities. Kendrick's decision to wear this piece reflects his deep connection to his hometown. Los Angeles is not just a background for his music, it's a character in his own right. His experiences growing up in Compton, the good, the bad, and the ugly, shape his worldview and his art. Fashion has always been a tool for storytelling in Kendrick's work, whether it's wearing a Compton hat in his early days or donning elaborate outfits for his Damn tour. Kendrick uses clothing to communicate communicate messages about identity, struggle, and heritage. Number 6, the African American flag. At number 6, we see Kendrick Lamar standing before a flag that merges the design of the American flag with the colors of the Pan-African flag, red, black, and green. Now, each color in the Pan-African flag has a different meaning. Red symbolizes the blood shed by those who fought for their freedom. Black represents the people and their identity. Green stands for the fertility and wealth of the African continent. By blending these two flags, Kendrick is making a powerful statement about the duality of Black identity in America. Black Americans are both deeply tied to their African heritage and shaped by their experiences in the United States. It speaks to the resilience of Black Americans in their fight to carve out a space where they can exist fully and authentically. Number 7, the scraper bikes. At number 7, Kendrick includes a scene featuring scraper bikes, a cultural staple of the Oakland street scene. These aren't just regular bikes. They're carefully customized with bright colors, shiny rims, and decorations that reflect the personality of the driver. Scraper bikes emerged in the early 2000s as a part of the Hyphy movement in the Bay Area. For many youth, especially those from undeserved communities, scraper bikes represent a form of creative expression and resourcefulness. Instead of buying expensive cars, they turn everyday bicycles into works of art. The scraper bike movement is also about community empowerment. Groups like the original scraper bike team use bike culture to promote positive alternatives to violence and encourage youth to take pride in their creativity. By featuring scraper bikes in Squabble Up, Kendrick is showing solidarity in the Bay Area's creative resilience. He's highlighting how marginalized communities find ways to express joy, pride, and identity even in the face of adversity. Number 8, the memorable tribute. At number 8, Kendrick takes a moment to pay tribute to the lives lost to the violence and the systemic neglect. This makeshift memorial is a powerful reminder of the human cost of urban struggle. Communities like Compton and South Central LA have long been plagued by gang violence, police brutality, and socioeconomic inequality. Behind every headline or statistic is a human story, someone who had dreams, family, and potential. Kendrick has spoken openly about losing friends and family members to violence. His personal experiences growing up in an environment where survival wasn't always guaranteed. This scene challenges us to remember the names and the stories of these tragedies. It's a call to reflect on the system that perpetuates violence and to honor those who didn't get the chance to escape. And at number 9, we have the Soul Train dance line. At number 9, Kendrick incorporates a Soul Train dance line, a direct homage to the iconic TV show that ran from the 1970s to the early 2000s. Created by Don Cornelius, Soul Train was a groundbreaking platform that celebrated Black music, dance, and culture. It provided a space where Black artists and dancers could express themselves freely and authentically. The show's famous dance lines became a cultural phenomenon, influencing everything from house parties to music videos. By including this in Squabble Up, Kendrick is honoring a legacy of joy, creativity, and community. In the midst of a video filled with heavy themes, the Soul Train dance line is a moment of pure celebration. It reminds us that even in the struggle, there is a room for joy, expression, and connection. Number 10, Ice-T Power album reference. Finally, at number 10, we have a direct visual nod to Ice-T's 1988 album Power. Kendrick's outfit, a black t-shirt, gold chains, and a serious expression, is a near replica of Ice-T's iconic look. Ice-T was one of the pioneers of gangster rap, using his music to tell unfiltered stories about life on the streets of Los Angeles. His album Power was a bold declaration of strength, resilience, and defiance. He's acknowledging the lineage of West Coast rap and the power of using music as a form of resistance. Kendrick Lamar's visuals in Squabble Up is on the master class of visual storytelling. Each hidden detail, from signs of faith to nods to cultural history, add layers of meaning to his work. These details remind us that Kendrick isn't just a rapper. He's a storyteller, a historian, and a voice for his community. Which one of these details did you find most surprising? Did you spot any other details that I might have missed? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe until next time, guys. Peace out.
That shit ain't no average.
It ain't nothing new. Yeah, it ain't nothing new. This ain't Mortal Kombat, I'm gon' finish you. Shit, I went through the ceiling.